Hey guys.
Hey, welcome to Khali Yoga Center. I'm your teacher today. My name's Ian. My student today is Chauncey. He's one of our other teachers here at Khali Yoga Center. And we're doing a pose breakdown today with tree pose, one of our common balancing postures. And in Sanskrit, that's vrikshasana. All right, Chauncey, take tree pose for us. And we'll talk about the general form of the pose. So Chauncey's balancing on one foot with his opposite foot into his standing leg. He's standing up tall with his hands at heart center. Then the alignment of the pose, he's got his bottom foot straight forward on true north. His opposite foot is into the inner part of his left calf, and his knee is turned out to the side, so the hips are opening here. Then the low belly and spine are drawing in and up, and he's got the palms pressed together, thumbs to the sternum bone. Now, the action that he's working here, the bottom foot is anchoring the ball mound of the big toe, the outer blade of the foot, and the center of the heel, all pressing down, and the inner arch of the foot is lifting up. So it's creating this energy pull up into the left leg. His knee is a little soft, and his leg muscles are hugging into the bones, creating this stable foundation. Then at his pelvis, the front of the pelvis is lifting up as the tailbone descends. So he's got the neutral pelvis from which his spine is extending up. The core is pulling in, the shoulder blades are gathering together, and the chest is expanding up and out. Then from here, Chauncey can reach his hands up to the sky and create a more expansive version of the pose. As he does that, the pinky fingers spiral in, creating an external rotation of the arms, more expansion in the chest. Then from there, he can take his gaze up, and he can even create a little back bend here where he arches the upper part of the spine into this full expression of the shape. Okay, so some ways that tree pose can be misaligned that we often see. The first thing is really just the foundation. Often the standing foot will turn in or out. Most often I see it turned out to the side, turned out like that as you come in to kind of add some balance. But the alignment of tree pose is bottom foot straight forward. So we just bring the foot in, pointing it forward, and then create the pose from there. Moving up into the body, another place that we lose some alignment is often pressing in with the foot will kind of jut the hip out and you kind of collapse and sink into that standing hip. So from there, you push into the bottom foot, engage the low belly to pull in and up, and that brings a neutral pelvis here. Also at the pelvis, we'll often see folks drop into like a sway back position. So the tailbone will kind of stick out, the low belly will relax, and we'll be missing that core engagement. So you'll draw the low belly in and up, the tailbone drops down, and there's this neutral pelvis from which you can lift the spine up. And often as folks lift their arms up to the sky, a couple things can happen. Low ribs can like flare apart and open the front body. We lose the core engagement there. So we draw the low ribs into the center and lift up from there. And the other thing that we'll often see is as the arms reach up, often the arms will go a little dead and the shoulders will kind of collapse. So you miss the expansion up and out through the shape. So to correct for that, we just reach the hands straight up and create energy all the way out to the periphery from the core. So the fingers are alive, pinkies spin in, uplift through the chest, and you've got that full body expression happening. Awesome. Now, a few ways that we can create some more stability in this shape, modifying it a bit, start down at the foundation. So you can see where Chauncey naturally placed his foot was on his inner calf, but you can take it a little lower, and with this kickstand variation, the arch of the right foot kind of cup the ankle of the left foot. And that stability in the bottom foot can create some more freedom in the upper body. And then as you lift the foot, Chauncey could bring the foot all the way up to the inner thigh as well, which is just a different variation of the pose, a different way to express it based on how your body feels. Then, as we said, hands can be at heart center. That's perfect. You can reach the hands up to the sky. That's perfect too. There's different ways you can work tree pose for your unique practice. All right, Chauncey, good work. Thanks for joining us at Khali Yoga Center online, and we will see you on the mat.